If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Mustangs will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Look out, he's got room. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. All right, guys, let's chat Iowa State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. He'll toss it. Oh, he's got some space. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him, and a nice gain offensively here. And this is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option attack.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to it, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll toss it to the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Payne. Unloads it left. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And on the first drive of the game, this defense does it again. They had 2 last week. They get another one early. This defense has been flying around, ball hawking the football.
On the move. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Gets it out fast. At the 20, he's got space. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Mustangs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pressure coming. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And the Cyclones in a good spot here with second and short. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Running to Green. Breaks into the open. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
When you're running up the middle, you got so many big boys on the inside. When you run this toss out wide, it's nice because you get away from all the beef. You get to get on the perimeter, make some of those little guys make some tackles out wide. The running back really appreciates when you give him some tosses.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Snap to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Payne. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Under fire. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got his man to the left. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
It moves to 2nd down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw it. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Here's a heat. On target to the left. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
Headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
And the Cyclones have it with a first and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cyclones! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's in open space downfield. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to pass. It's French. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Mustangs are in the hurry-up.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up with tempo. They're ready to do it again.
That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the... There he goes! They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
This doesn't happen with just anybody at tailback. You got to do this with a dude, a guy you know can roll. Just toss it to him, let him get out in the open field. He'll do the rest and make big gains.
The Cyclones come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Quickly out to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to throw, it's Payne. Working that wide receiver screen. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, and made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down.
Turning it on! Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
I'll tell you, this defense and their front seven, they're going to have to play with great eye discipline because they know they are going to see this type of misdirection in their run game, and they got gashed there.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Making side adjustments here. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. The toss to the right. Oh, and that's just like a penalty. They get in the backfield and knock him down for a loss of 5. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get into play immediately.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. To the air, it's French. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Iowa State has the ball ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind.
Going over the top. He's got it inside the 25. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And the Cyclones have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. He'll get rid of it. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. That one was leaking and losing altitude fast, but it made it home. And that will extend their lead even further. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Leaves it with the back. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fritz. And he's brought down after a nice game. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. He'll pitch it. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the 1st down marker.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
He'll throw it. And a big deflection on third down forces a fourth down.
Well, you got to love that if you're on defense because you were able to affect the quarterback with pressure, and you only rushed 3 guys. Well done.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw, it's French. Get it out on the screen. Can't get him to the ground.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved?
It's a fumble. Bounced right back to them. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Starling. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's on target and complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. On 4th down, going to the air. Finds him out of the backfield. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Scanning the field, it's French. Looking down the middle. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. This is now a 7-point game. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Cyclones will kick it away to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Fires to the right, and it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. And the quarterback caught up two and sacked at the 12.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Payne. Plucks it out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They'll immediately call timeout. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And the Cyclones send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll run it from the gun. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Takes a handoff. It's Crispin. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Breaks into the open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
Off the play fake on first down. Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Looking for a man. It's French. Snagged in the middle. It's Starling. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
They'll leave it with him. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Trying to impose their will with the run. Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Mustangs need to pick it up on 4th down. The offense changing the play. Tries to get it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. The give to the tailback. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Got it set up on the outside. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Into the creative space on 3rd and short with the wide receiver. Oh, that did not go as planned, except for the defense. They were right there to make the big stop. The Cyclones will call on their punt team. He takes it at the 45. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He rifles one deep down the middle. Touchdown, SMU! He got a snap and just dusted the field.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Tennessee is in trouble right now, and that Neyland Stadium crowd is letting them hear it. They're trailing by 14 to Hawaii. For now, it's back to you fellows, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. looking downfield, it's Payne. He'll off one deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. He's loose. Touchdown, Iowa State. And that one will give him the lead.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go-rounds right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Going right to work up top. Buys a little extra time. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play. And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Catch in the middle, it's Fritz. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Mustangs are marching down the field. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Come on, set. Wants to throw. It's French. They'll run the screen. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. He might want another play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Fritz. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Under fire. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Snap to the back. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll try to get the edge on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it and drive on 3rd down. To the air, it's Payne. Throws to the tight end. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, SMU. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
It's the one thing the head coach challenges his team with, guys. Late in games in the 4th quarter, tie ball game. Who's going to step up and make a play? That guy did right there. Picking it off, taking it to the house.
PAT unit on the field. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Hauls it in. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the air, it's Payne. They go to the wide receiver screen.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Cyclones can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground with the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Cyclones are on the move. Leaves it with the running back. Runs through a tackle. There he goes. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. And the Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Keep it on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Toss to the left. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Payne. Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's open. Gashing the D on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right, Dalton?
The Sneak scores it.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finished the deal with the quarterback sneak. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Lining up from the 34 on first down. To the air, it's French. Makes the catch, it's McCray. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Looking downfield on first down. Sets up the screen. Turning it on! You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
What a finish we have unfolding here. The offense in the waning moments and a chance to take the lead. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Loses 5. It's now 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
All right, no secrets with this offense. We're going to keep running the football. Let that clock tick. Keep 2 hands on the football. And then where does my kicker like to kick it the most? You see some people like it from the right hash or the left hash. Some people like it in the middle. Run the clock. Get my kicker in the position he wants to be in. Try to kick the field goal with the least amount of time as possible.
Well, that's nice by the running back there, showing you his experience and his self-control, because a lot of guys would have tried to bounce that football to the outside, but he understands the assignment. We're in the middle of the field. We need to stay in the middle of the field to give our kicker the best field position and angle possible to go and kick this game-winning field goal.
Short field goal for the game. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching